Okay, so we're continuing Kingdom Hearts Final Mix Platinum Trophy running. We're only at level 62, but hopefully I think I might get to level 65 plus by the time I'm done with this. We're doing the time limit, and then that might be it for tonight's stream, but in general, from here on, all I have to do at all is the synthesizing by collecting all the different materials and then just synthesizing in general. Then all the secret bosses. I think those are the only 3 main components I still gotta do. Oh, and the gummy ship missions. I had to finish all the gummy ship stuff. Some league. Yeah, Alex, tomorrow I got work. Gotta be up at 5 in the morning, so yeah, I don't think tonight is the night for playing any League of Legends or Rocket League, because I'm just gonna get carried away and then I'm gonna be up all night, but we'll see. If I actually finish this in the next 20 minutes, maybe. Which, by the way, I'm sorry if anyone in my chat hates me for this, but I have low-key been addicted to League of Legends and Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. Those are my 2 current waste all my day games. Like, I have no responsibility once I start playing those games. Like, I lose track of time. I lose track of anything I planned. And Alex, TJ, Lexi, and probably a few others have mentioned it recently, are also trying to get me into Magic. Like, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna play Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, why don't you just play Magic the Gathering? And TJ's like, dude, after like 3 or 4 games, you'll master it. Like, it's not a hard game. I'm like, okay. We shall see. As long as it's not as complicated as modern Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh used to be so simple. Yu-Gi-Oh was just face-up attack, face-down defense, spells and traps in this card zone. If the card has 5 or 6 stars, you need 1 tribute. If it's 7 or higher, you need 2 tributes. Some have a special effect and they require you to do 3. It'll say it on the card. But literally, it's just read the card. But then when you had to know already what a tuner monster was, what synchro summoning was, how pendulum summoning worked. Like seriously, you can't even use the old dual mats because they added so much. And then there's Xyz and linked monsters. It's like, excuse me? It can be as complicated as modern Yu-Gi-Oh, but it can be extremely simple. What do you mean it can be? It's either one or the other. It's either complicated or it's not. What do you mean? Yeah, we're going to start streaming a lot more games in general. If I could actually start forcing myself to stream at 4 p.m. Central every single day, not every single day, but Tuesday to Friday for sure, and hopefully also maybe Saturday, and just take Sunday and Monday off. Regardless of how long I stream, whether it's 2 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, don't matter. As long as I start at 4 o'clock, I could really just start variety streaming and like every 2 to 3 hours, shuffle out and play a different game. Because there is a whole list of games I want to play for myself, and there's games I want to play with you guys. I want to start playing Mario Kart again. I want to start playing Splatoon again. I want to play Smash. Obviously, I've only done like 1 viewer stream with that. What else? I would actually like to start playing League if some people actually play League. Start playing Rocket League again. TJ wants me to start playing Overwatch. And that that was always my excuse for Overwatch, is that I had no one to play with. But if TJ will play Overwatch with me, there we go. We got Overwatch. Can you pick your head up, please? Stop it, you punk. Yeah, the behemoth just takes so long to kill because he keeps moving his head around. I have to keep reclimbing.
This is it. Come on.
Yeah, I don't even care that I'm getting hit. I'm just trying. Sora, you all right, fam? All right, we're good. We're good.
Take that. Take that. This is it.
All right. Not sure how good I'm actually doing on time here. I feel like Behemoth should definitely be the longest fight besides Hades.
Come on.
You suck. Thank you, Don. Oh, yeah, sure. Of course, Alex is down for Overwatch, too. Wait, what? It's easier than... Wait, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is complicated. It's easier than it looks, but it's so complicated compared to other games. But it wasn't always like that, though. That's the thing. Like, here's the thing about card games and board games. Okay, let's just specifically say with card games. For the most part, all you really have to do in card games is read the text. Whatever the card says to do, do it. That's all you need to do. But, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Used to just meet, like, as far as the rules, I already explained, but I'll explain them again because it's so quick. Face up to put them in attack mode, face down to put them in defense mode. If they're in attack mode, you calculate using their attack points. If they're in defense mode, you calculate using their defense points. If the monster's 5 or 6 stars, you tribute 1 monster in order to summon them. If it's 7 or higher, you tribute 2. And then, traps cannot be activated the turn that they're placed on the mat. Magic cards can be. After that, there's a few tiny rules that you pick up as you go, and that's it. Then, like, for Pokemon, the reason I was able to get into Pokemon so quick just now, like, over the course of this week, I actually somewhat played the game going up, and then I actually played the trading card game video game. So, just because of that, I already knew all the rules. Pokemon is so simple. Pokemon is... You can only play basic Pokemon at first, and then the turn after they're played, you can evolve them. The turn after they're played, you can evolve them, so on and so forth. So that's all you have to worry about, is you cannot play a Pokemon that isn't a basic Pokemon, and you cannot evolve them until... Wow. You cannot evolve them until the turn after they're put into play. Those are the only things you really need to worry about Pokemon themselves. Then, the energy cards. You can only play 1 energy card on any Pokemon you want per turn. Whatever the retreat cost says at the bottom is how much it costs to sacrifice those energy cards in order to withdraw them and put another Pokemon on the field. And you need however many energy cards are on the card to use those attacks. That's all you need to know. That is Pokemon. Item cards can be used as much as you want. A support card can only be used once per turn. And there you go. Like, the most complicated part about all that was playing the energy cards. And when you really actually look at it, it's not hard at all. Oh, Dom got second chance. That's nice. I learned MP Rage. Thank you. Yeah, TJ was actually explaining something to me that energy cards and Pokemon are similar to Magic, which is why when he said he learned how to play Pokemon, they kind of played with Magic's rules because they didn't actually read the rules. They just thought it was similar. They're just like, oh, okay. Wait, John should totally play PTG. What is PTG? Or did you mean Pokemon TCG? Because you forgot the C if that's what you meant. Sure, I'll play Pokemon. I'm just never playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. Yu-Gi-Oh! Got way too complicated. There's ban lists. Some of the cards that I actually used to use, I can't even use. You meant TCG? Yeah, I'll play the Pokemon TCG. Like with you guys. I even feel like Final Fantasy is more simple than Yu-Gi-Oh! Lol. Like, how can you evolve a game so much? Like, how can you add so much more to a game? And while some people say it ruined it, some others say, like, oh, it actually made the game way better. It actually made it fun. I'm like, how? There's so many rules. Like, it's not as bad once you've actually got the rules down, for sure, but... Oops. I was hoping I could stay on his head and basically just pull a behemoth, but oh well. Can I please? Owie. They let the anime make the rules in the trading card games based on that? Lol. Yeah, because originally Yu-Gi-Oh! Wasn't even a card game. It was just a manga. And it was dark. Like, he was called the King of Games, not the single trading card game master. Dude, remember the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, it's just like, oh, no. Not only are we not going to do 8,000 light points and subtract it to 4,000, we're going to do 2,000 light points. So that's number one. Number two, what the tribute? We're not tributing cards. No one needs any of that. My grandfather's deck has no flaws. No, he didn't say my grandfather's deck has no flaws. He said my grandfather's deck has no pathetic cards. What it does contain is the unstoppable Exodia. Exodia! It's not possible. No one's ever been able to summon him. Oops. Yeah, apparently they keep releasing. That's one thing I did notice though. The couple times I did look at like Yu-Gi-Oh, like deck strategies and stuff like that. Because as long as I can read the effects and just know what they do, I can kind of judge whether or not it'd be good or not. But I have noticed that as time goes on, even nowadays, they keep on making Dark Magician and Blue Eyes support cards. Like, even if Dark Magician and Blue Eyes isn't your straight up ace, they've got further versions. So it's like Dark Magician with effects, but you need to tribute a Dark Magician from your hand, deck, or graveyard to do it, or something like that. There's so many different kinds. I hate when these things just float around like this. Oh, I also got used to having Combo Master. What was it? Dude, by the OCG rules, one attack from Blue Eyes ends the game. Yeah! And, Oh, there was another thing. Back in the anime, you couldn't attack your opponent's life points directly unless they had no monsters to defend. That was actually the rule that they established. Like, as long as they had a monster that they could play in defense, the turn would just end, and, like, that's all you've got. But eventually, they emphasize, like, oh, if I don't play a monster, then they can attack directly in the duel. So, like, that was the punishment for not playing any cards. Because eventually, even if you stall, if you have no monsters to beat whatever's out, or no spells or traps to take advantage and then beat whatever's out, like, you eventually will deck out. That was the idea back then. Your options are stall or deck out. Which nowadays, you can get like 3 monsters with 4,000 attack points all on the field at the same time with all these crazy effects where, like, they can't be destroyed by spells or traps. They, like, if they're attacked, like, damage is calculated, but they're not destroyed, and all this other nonsense. Putting the Egyptian god cards to shame. Like, not only do they have better effects than the god cards, they don't require 3 tributes. They just require a little bit of deck manipulation to say, like, oh, this is my ace card, so literally every card in my deck revolves around picking up other cards to get my ace, and that's it. I hate that this thing is not taking damage because it's in that state. There we go. Man, when I do the tournaments in these games, like, conversation just goes literally anywhere. Let's be real, Yugi's a cheater. Yeah, Pot of Greed is banned, Premature Burial's banned, Monster Reborn is banned. It's so weird how much the game has changed. Dude, when they also, I don't know if you guys saw the most recent Yu-Gi-Oh movie that came out. Like, that was actually, like, a direct sequel to the original series after Atem went back to the past. They made a new rule for that. And canonically, timeline-wise, yeah, that's all way before Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. So that would mean that this little rule system was only in place for these 3 duels that they did. Where I don't remember what they called it, but basically you didn't have to tribute monsters anymore. Wait, was that the case? No. Yeah, actually, I think it was you didn't have to tribute monsters. All you had to do was put as much energy, like self-energy, into the cards. And basically what it meant was, if a monster had 3,000 attack points, you can make it to where that monster had as much as 3,000 attack points, or you can go anywhere, like, in between. You can make him have 1,000 if you wanted to for some reason. Whether you wanted it to be an effect for cards or anything else, etc., etc. The possibilities were endless. The only rule was that whatever the monster's attack was, whatever you made their stats go to, if they were destroyed, that's how many life points you lost, period. So, basically, every card was the Flame Wingman. Because as long as the monster's destroyed, if it loses as much attack that it has to your life points, like, basically Kaiba would lose 3,000 plus life points for every attack. Alright, Cloud, you need to chill. You were less excuse me. My bad. Cloud, you were being more annoying than you were when it was just me.
No way. I can lose.
Come on.
Oh yeah, that freaking MP gift. Alright, come on. Get him back here.
Take that.
You suck. See, this is just wasting time. Oh wow, he started attacking immediately. Wasn't ready for it.
Take that.
There we go. Yo! Michael Yee, thank you for the 900-bit cheer out of the blue. See, hold on, I'm pretty sure that was the special rule that the antagonist made. Yeah, it was. That's what I'm saying, but they still made a new rule, period. Wait, Monster Reborn is back as of now? For real? I know it's been off and on, but I didn't know right now it wasn't forbidden. All I want from Yu-Gi-Oh! Now is a real working dual disc and I'll be happy. Dude, imagine if some of the stuff that we saw in anime, technology-wise, purely technology-wise, or cartoons in general, imagine if some of that stuff was legit. Because holograms are a thing, like, they obviously already existed back then, but like, we're at the point where what if they actually just started making holograms of anything? I wonder at what point, and if it's even gonna be like in our lifetime, when holograms and all holographic projections in general are gonna be like accessible. Let's say that, because everything's expensive. All holographic technology right now is like really expensive. It's way out of our price range. Let's see. Wait. John, I did it. I beat Reshana on proud mode without getting any of the slights from leveling up. Wow. So, first of all, congrats, because I bet that was extremely annoying. Probably a lot of zeros in your deck. But, yeah, that's another thing about Chain of Memories is you can make so many challenges out of that game, too. Like, you can make it to where you can only use slice. You can make it to where you don't use any. Like, you can definitely have some fun with Chain of Memories. I know people don't like the card-based system compared to literally what I'm doing right now, but for what it was worth, I liked it. Because it was designed that way, and I played the Game Boy Advance version, so I guess I'm kind of biased because I wouldn't want to play the game differently on the PS2 version compared to the original, but yeah. Give it 10 years at the worst. 10 years for holographic technology? Are you out of your mind? Dude, try like 20 or 30 at the worst, or least, however you want to word it. There's no way. We're only just starting to push the technical capabilities of home video game consoles on a budget.
Come on.
When the technology is so quick, easy, and accessible to everyone that today's top, like the absolute top tier gaming PC that you could possibly afford to get today, that could probably cost like $6,000, when that rig costs $200, that's when holographic technologies will be there. We're barely stumbling into VR. VR's been around for like 5 years, and we're still not that great with VR. Seriously, the best VR game as of now, is freaking Beat Saber. A rhythm game that does not require VR whatsoever, but because it looks cool, there you go. Question, is Guitar Hero or Rock Band VR a thing? I actually legitimately do not know this, but that's one of the few things that I feel should be VR. I never did mention that before, but it definitely should be. You've already got the notes coming in on a track with a fake audience in the background. That should totally be a thing. Where you can just look around and you can either have the setting to where the notes all appear in the same place, or if they appear no matter where you look and you actually get to look around. That would be good VR. Oh yeah, remember in Back in the Future when they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna have hover cars by the mid-2010s. Like, well, we don't have hover cars, but Donald Trump is president. What? Huh. You mean the guy from the... Yes. Niantic is already kind of showing holograms. No, Niantic is showing augmented reality. Which... It's similar to virtual reality, except instead of putting the focus like on your eyes directly, it's putting the focus on the area. Like, augmented reality is the closest thing to holographic technology we're ever gonna have, though. Like, holograms already are a thing, straight up, but the closest thing to it in general that actually exists right now is augmented reality. That is by far the closest thing we've got. And hopefully we can end up having something along those lines.
That's it.
Like, imagine if they started doing VR for any kind of hologram stuff, but it was all based on whatever you were wearing. Like, dude, Nintendo Labo is even getting somewhere around those lines.
Hey, you having fun yet?
But imagine, like, a dual disc. Like, you have a dual disc and, like, a visor, like, piece or whatever. And, basically what Hero gives you in, Kingdom Hearts 3 and whatever he has himself. But, literally just those little, goggles and a dual disc on your arm. And then all the cards have their own, like, code or whatever. And when you see the code, it just loads that number. Ow. Ow. I don't think I'm gonna win this. I didn't think I was gonna win this in my first attempt, but ow. Wow. Not only did I not time out, I lost straight up. Alright, what level am I at now? Oh, I'm still 64. Well, I went from 62 to 64. I mean, I already got 2 levels. That's something. Wait, what? John, they did that in the anime, so why can't we have that? Because this is real life. What do you mean? Why can't we if the anime did? Because this is real life. Hey, Goku went Super Saiyan. Why can't we go Super Saiyan? Silly boy. Let's actually give Donald a second chance. Give him a chance to survive. He don't need nothing else. I'm gonna give you MP Rage. Second wind or second chance? Nah, you don't need it. But me. MP Rage is worth 3. What would actually make this easier? I don't need one of the combo pluses, that's fine. Alright. Also, I don't know how much Trinity Limit would do against basically anything. Wait, it is? I thought we lived in an anime. Nah, we live in a video game. You gotta get that right. But yeah, like, augmented reality where if we... Like, instead of virtual reality where it puts us in the game, we need augmented reality where, like, let's say we put on, let's call them augmented goggles. Like, you put on the goggles and you still see the world around you, but now they start placing things in the world around you rather than immersing your... Instead of... Okay, virtual reality is putting yourself in the game. And augmented reality is putting the game into your life. That's basically what it is. So like with the augmented reality for Pokemon Go, how if you actually have the mode on, you could see the Pokemon like in your camera. Imagine that, but with your goggles instead. And if they actually moved around rather than being stationary. That's always awkward. Bleach your hair and technically you go Super Saiyan. Nah, that's not really. Because then you'll never be able to turn the Super Saiyan off. Alright, Chi-Chi. It's like, who gave you permission to diet? Like, oops.
Come on.
Why can't we go into video games like Spy Kids 3? Game over. Dude, seriously. Alright, you made the reference. Cool, fine, dandy, whatever. Go watch Spy Kids 3 again. Tell me that that movie aged well. Unironically. Please. Please tell me. Dude, I watched it like... I don't know why, but I actually watched it at work. No, I know exactly why. For some reason, YouTube started uploading like free movies, kind of being like this Netflix ordeal. But like, they're just there. Like, you can just watch the movies. I don't remember if you need premium or not, but that is a thing. The movies are just there. So I watched Spy Kids 1, 2, and 3 at work. I enjoyed 1 so much. 2 was a lot cheesier than I remember, but I still got some guilty pleasure out of it. 3, oh my god, it looks so bad. It looks so horrible. And to think that was one of the movies that pioneered 3D. Another old movie that's a number 3 with horrible CGI, Spider-Man 3. Everyone wants to make the jokes about Dark Spider-Man or whatever, like Emo Peter, etc., etc. Dude, the opening fight, really early, like 5 minutes into the movie, however long it took, when he's not just a Spider-Man, when he's just Peter, and anyone could see him, but it's at night, so they don't. But when it's Peter versus Harry on like the Green Goblin board and all that, dude, the CGI is so bad. Like, they replaced the actors with CGI counterparts. And, oh my god, it was so bad. I kind of did take a detour. I'm sorry. I'll re-emphasize this. The movie was fine. The movie was fine. It's not like Spy Kids 3 where, like, the 3D and the CGI, whatever, and the movie itself was bad. For Spider-Man 3, I like the movie Spider-Man 3. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely not Spider-Man 2, and it's definitely not, you know, modern Spider-Man with Tom Holland, which is infinitely better. Fight me, I don't care. But Spider-Man 3 specifically, the CGI that they tried doing is so bad. Like, you can actually see frame by frame when they replace the actors with CGI. Oh man. And yeah, exactly. Like, I think most people agree, most people at least, that don't have their nostalgia glasses on, most people will agree that Tobey Maguire was a really good Peter Parker, not so great Spider-Man, because he was basically still Peter Parker with a mask. Andrew Garfield was a decent Spider-Man because he was a cocky prick, but he took that into Peter Parker's world, which wasn't proper. Tom Holland is a perfect Peter Parker, and then Spider-Man, he's still perfect, but the thing is, he knows how to, like even when he gets the new suit, like in Homecoming with like Karen, like voicing over and like helping him out, he acts like Peter to her, but then to everyone else, hey guys, like, I didn't know the Avengers were in town. Oh, I'm just kidding. Like, I know you guys aren't real. Hulk gives it away. Like, he's being all cocky and just like trying to make jokes in light of every situation. He's perfect. Tom Holland is a perfect Spider-Man. And if anyone wants to fight, just know that Stan Lee said that Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Peter Parker is exactly what he envisioned when creating the character and writing the comics. So, boom. Wait, happy Friendship Day 4 years ago today we became friends. Wait, really? Hold up. Yeah, 29. Oh, wow. On what grounds? Hold up. On what grounds? Because our friendship is weird. Oh, you're a Facebook friendiversary. Okay, so we've really been friends for longer than that, because I added you on Facebook long after Skype. So, wow. Like, no, like I made a post. Okay, waiting for the rest. Also, hey Lexi, I love you. I need to kill him quick. Thank you. Like, I'm always afraid of attacking these things first because he could just go steal and waste so much time.
Nothing to it.
See, I made a post that said I made friends through someone with gifts of Loki. Okay, so that's actually about right then. We became mutuals a few days before, and then the whole Loki thing is what actually made us friends. Okay. Say I love Chain of Memories so much. Which trophies are you going for tonight, John? I'm really just finishing the tournament stuff. So yeah, the Olympus Coliseum. And that's it for tonight because I started so late. Because I don't know if you noticed, but the bottom bar is gone. The top stuff, it's literally just the game and my webcam. Which, funny enough, I only noticed this 5 minutes ago and I didn't even make a comment on it. I'm actually looking at my XSplit window. I never do this.
That's the power of the Keyblade.
I never do this. So the game is full screen behind XSplit, which is also full screen, and I'm looking at the XSplit window, and the pop-up notifications are actually showing up on screen. And then to read the comments, because the comments are a little small, I actually look to the side. But I see everything as it's happening, and it's so weird because I never do that. And I guess subconsciously, the reason I started doing that was because even before, I would never watch the XSplit window because I didn't like seeing the bottom bar. I just left it there so chat would know, like, oh, hey, this is the stuff that's been going on, the goals or whatever. Thanks for supporting, insert people who cheered or subbed or whatever. But if we're being real, the one-time notification that goes away after like 10 seconds, that should be plenty. We really shouldn't have to leave it on screen for any more than that. Also, speaking of seeing bits, didn't really respond to this one, but Keygirl with the 10-bit cheer saying, did you hear about the Niantic Ingress game is an anime on Netflix and is actually cool? No, I've never even heard of it. I need to find a time to actually, like, entertain myself, because, I was having this problem where I was just binging whatever I wanted to binge, and I would just actually binge it. Like, I would just take multiple days off and just say, screw it, I don't care about the YouTube end, I don't care about streaming, I just want to do these things. And I just sat back and enjoyed laziness. Like, I feel like I just needed it after so long, but after being lazy for so long, I started having, like, not panic attacks, but like I sat there like, I gotta do something. Oh my, what can I do? What do I want to do? And then I thought, and I was like, I want to do too many things. I want to start making YouTube videos again. I want to start actually doing new types of content. Top 5s and 10s, current events, stuff that I want to do in general. And then also stream. Wait, when do I want to stream? Because I want to make a consistent schedule. Do I want to stream twice a day? Do I want to stream only 4 hours a day? Do I care if I go up to 8 or 10 sometimes? Like, what do I want to do? I still don't know everything I want to do. I am all over the place right now, mentally. And I feel like I got to start tackling things, and however it falls into place is how it falls into place. The only thing I'm positive about, I want to start streaming at 4 p.m. Central whenever I do stream. So whether it's whether it's Tuesday to Saturday, whether it's only Tuesday to Friday, whatever the case, I want to stream at 4 p.m. on those days, period. That's what I want it to be. We just gotta let things fall into place and see what happens. Let's see, how's Trophy Hunting getting irritated yet? Only by Hades himself. Because he just eats up so much time. And when I try to get Reckless to try to finish as fast as possible, he gets cheap shots in, but that's just because I'm trying to finish quick, not smart.
That's the power of the Keyblade.
But yeah, Alex and Lexi, I will definitely play a league with you guys a little bit. If I finish this in this attempt. I could probably play 1 or 2 games before I go to bed. Alright, Lexi can't. Well, I'll still do it with you, Alex. I still need chill and play with friends time. Honestly, if y'all want, I could just get Alex in a call and we could just stream us playing League and just continue to BS. Like, literally whatever we were going to be doing, we could just stream it. I mean, I don't feel like anything personal is being brought up right now. Like last time we played, we were talking about certain things that weren't like our personal things, but let's just say there was some Twitter drama involving a YouTuber, and I think it's very widely known now. But we're just gonna leave it at that and say that we talked about those things, and those are some things that, while it's a current event and literally everyone knows about it, everybody's talking about it, it's not one of those things I'd like to focus on, you know? I mean, I'll say it. It was pro Jared. Like, all that drama that happened. Like, that's fine. But as far as, like, diving into it and actually having conversations about it, Like, right now, I'm having a self-conversation about not having the full conversation. That's literally all I'm saying right now. But, like, I don't want to dwell and talk about those things for so long because I don't want to be drama-focused, you know? There's just things that I like to avoid because a few years back, I was the center of some drama that I really don't want to talk about because it was all false accusations. Like, literally, one person whose name will not be named because we don't want to give this dude the light of day or time or attention anymore. That's why I really don't want to ever talk about this. Is because to give full context of the situation and how it was a false accusation, I have to give light to one human being's existence who I do not consider a human being anymore. So, yeah, that is the only reason I don't want to talk about that. But, in general, just to briefly explain, I was caught up in some drama, some false accusations, and everything was just not true. And then the quote-unquote victims of my shenanigans was on my side the whole time, but no one believed them because it was in a bad time, and they were just like, we're not taking chances. So, yeah, that was like a horrible situation, and that was the first time I ever in my life, and have ever since, had a full-blown panic attack. I was legitimately having panic attacks for 3 days straight. That's how bad it was. And like I said, I'm not going to get into all the specifics of what was going on, and that's the only reason, is because I don't want to give a certain person or certain people the time of day, and I need to explain the situation. It's such an awkward position. It really is. But I don't mind talking about drama and giving my quick thoughts about it, or like, etc., etc., but I don't want to talk too much on it because I don't want to be that guy who uploads videos or streams every time drama is going on, and then people look to me to talk about it. I don't want to be Keemstar, you know, like, that's his thing, and power to him. Like, if you want to cover drama or any kind of shenanigans or news or whatever, power to you. That's 100% fine. I 100% approve of Keemstar, what he does. I even watch some of his stuff sometimes. I don't care. My problem is that that's not what I do, and I don't want it to be expected of me. Similar to how, let's make it a little more personal about, like, this kind of stuff. I don't want to be the guy who's looked at as a Kingdom Hearts tuber, because I do more than just Kingdom Hearts. The problem is, I did so much Kingdom Hearts in such a short time, that's what people expected of me. And I don't want those expectations, like, oh, you do a couple things, like, oh, first the PokeTuber drama, then the Etika drama, now the Pro Jared drama. We literally average one drama a month. And it's like, I don't want to sit here and dwell on all these things. It's May, and look at all this. Now that's stupid. How are you alive? How are you able to go into this phase? That's so dumb. I'm upset. That's really dumb. Wait, quick question. Was this around when you was blah blah 9372111? No, I was already blah blah peas. It was I changed my name. I got a new channel and I named myself blah blah peas just to get out of Machinima, because I couldn't really get out of Machinima as a partnership network. So the next best thing was to just make a whole new channel and start from scratch. And I went and partnered with Fullscreen at the time. So when I first made Blah Blah Peas, Blah Blah Numbers was still a thing. And then eventually, well, actually no, scratch that, rewind. I actually made Blah Blah LPs to get away from the numbers in general. But then I went back to numbers because Machinima was going to partner me, but only on that channel because the new one didn't have the views yet. But then I went back to Blah Blah LPs when Full Screen approached me and asked if I wanted to partner with them. And I was like, well, I'm stuck with Machinima for 3 years. So unless you can get me out of that contract, or if you can partner this new network and that you're partnering me and not the channel, or at least like not caring about the numbers, whatever, they're like, oh yeah, we don't think of it as partnering with an individual person. So hypothetically, if you were partnered with us already and you got another channel partnered with another network, but it was still your channel, that's completely fine. We just run the management for this one channel. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I went over to Full Screen, and I'll even say it because my contracts are like null and void because they expired, so I can actually talk about this. But here's how YouTube revenue works. Alright? Once upon a time, there was a set number of dollars that you would get for set number of views. So what Machinima used to do is no matter how many views you got $2 for every 1,000 views that you got for the month. Eventually they started changing that, and it was just like, okay, well now we're going to give you 70% of all the earnings that we get. So whatever Machinima makes, you get 70% rather than us only giving you $2. Now, that might be less money in months like January to March, and maybe even some summer months, but overall you'll make more money because November and December's revenue is so high, it'll make up for the other months and then some. And we were like, oh, okay. And today, that's still how it goes. All networks do that exact same thing. But Machinima was screwing people over left and right for different reasons. My partner manager, the guy I was supposed to contact for any and all things YouTube, removed me on Skype. Like, what? No note, no, hey, you got a new manager. He just removed me on Skype. He didn't even ask, like, I don't know if he didn't remember who I was, and he was just like, who's this? And then just removed me. Because I understand that, but when you're a partner manager, you have to be aware of these kind of things, and they weren't. So it was just like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna go to this new channel and go full screen, whatever. But now I'm with Screenwave. And at the time when I was with Machinima, I was getting 70% of the earnings. When I first started on Blah Blah LPs, I was getting 60% of the earnings. But the revenue was higher already, and they said, oh, if at any point you feel that you deserve more because you're getting more views, we'll happily increase your revenue split. But because it's like a bare bones channel and there's hardly anything here, we can only offer you 60. And at the time, I only had like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So it's just like, okay, that's fine. If it's the bare minimum, then fine. But then, Pokemon X and Y came out, and my channel exploded. I ended up getting like 10,000 subscribers in a week. I passed my old channel in subscribers on my new channel in 1 week because of Pokemon X and Y and because I was live streaming it in the way the algorithm was working at the time. So I contacted Full Screen like, hey, can I get this raise over here? And they're like, sure. And they gave me a 70-30 split. Then when I re-signed with them, they were gonna give me an 80-20 and like a signing bonus. I don't remember exactly how much. Oh, and I conned them so bad. I was just like, you know what, dude? Y'all are gonna give me what I want. I'm gonna get some of what I want in any way I can. Because I was also taking business classes. I was going to University of New Orleans for a business major. And it was one of those things like, every contract has a loophole, or all you got, everything is hearsay until it's in writing. So what I ended up doing, and I take pride in this. So the dude was negotiating my contract with me when I was re-signing because my 2 years were up. So I was gonna re-sign with them for another 2 years. So what ended up happening was the dude said he would give me, and keep in mind, my channel was still relatively small at the time. It wasn't pulling that much revenue. So what he had offered me was an 80-20 split, which was an extra 10% than what I was getting before, but an 80-20 split and it was a $400 signing bonus. Okay, a $400 signing bonus, like up front, like, hey, if you're gonna sign with us, we'll give you that $400 as soon as the contract kicks in, and then starting next month you'll get paid like you normally would, whatever. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Never had a signing bonus before, but this was the first time I was in a position to try to get one. So I asked him, I was like, is there any way, because I know some networks, I don't know about you guys, but I know a lot of networks that actually offer a 90-10 split. Like, they'll never go all the way to 100, which actually some people did. But it was like a 90% split, and I was like, can I get a 90-10 with no signing bonus? And they were like, so let me just get this straight. Instead of a signing bonus, you just want like that high tier 90-10 split, like indefinitely or whatever. And I was just like, yeah, pretty much. And they're like, okay, so we don't really offer that unless you're a really high tier channel, and you're experienced, so I think you'd understand that. And I was like, I do. So what is the highest that you can actually offer? Is it 80-20? And they were like, what? Well, the guy was saying, actually, I can offer an 85-15. That is the full, that's the full extent that I can go to before, like, messaging corporate and trying to get their permissions for anything. I was like, okay, well, would I still be able to get the same signing bonus with that? And he was like, oh, well, if you're going to do a signing bonus for 80-20, what I can do is I'll meet you in the middle, so I'll give you half the signing bonus. I'll give you a $200 signing bonus instead of $400, and oh geez. He's like, you know what? I'll give you as high as $250. So I'll give you a $250 signing bonus for an 85-15 if we cannot get the 90-10 approved. And I was like, okay, cool. Sounds good. He went and got the disapproval, and he came back to me. And the funny thing was, he forgot the promises. So it was just like, okay, so I can't get the 90-10, but I do remember offering you the 85-15. Do you remember what the signing bonus I promised you with that? And I was like, I think it was either 400 or 450, and that if it was a regular 80-20, you would have given me 800, because that's roughly what I make in a month on YouTube, like through you guys already. And he was just like, okay, yeah, that's about right. So he ended up giving me a $450 signing bonus, and it was just like, well, okay, I can actually only go up to 400. It was like, whatever. So he gave me a $400 signing. He gave me a $400 signing bonus when he had only promised me a $200. And I'm just like, nah, you need to give me as much money as you can, because I'm doing all the work. Y'all do nothing. Y'all literally do nothing except make it possible for me to monetize. So give me more money. Meanwhile, I heard my ear pop whenever I went to scratch my ear and let go really quick. So now I'm with Screenwave. I won't say you know what? Screw it. Because I basically already gave you guys the obvious answers. So I said I was getting an 85 with full screen. When I went to Screenwave, when they approached me, they were like, yeah, we can actually, our starting contracts are 80-20. And this is one of those things where, like, as long as you speak to them, you get this information straight up. So it's stuff that I can actually share. It's kind of weird. But yeah, you can start at 80-20 with Screenwave, and that's just a start. Keep in mind, I worked my way up to 85-15 with full screen, and they made me start at 60-40. It's Screenwave started me off at 80/20, and it was just like, okay, we'll put you in the system now so that as soon as you're done with full screen, you'll be in the system. And they matched the 85/15. They're like, we're not gonna make you lose. That is the timer. That is the timer for, oh my god! I swear, that made me lose like 10 seconds. That was the timer to say that an hour has passed and that we should be stopping soon. But, you know, considering all this, I just don't think that's gonna happen. So, as a matter of fact, I'm just gonna restart because there's no. I need like 30 seconds to beat Rock Titan. Alright, Alex, no problem. So, just no league for me tonight, which means I can put that a little extra time into finishing this. So, instead of just stopping because it's been an hour, I will try to at least finish this because we gotta get it done. My volume was turned up all the way. I'm sorry. Ooh, that felt good. But anyway, to finish up with the screen wave thing, they promised me an 85/15 to match my full screen contract. Then later on, I was like, okay, is there any way I can renegotiate my contract now that we're about to finalize everything? Is there any way I can get a 90/10? And my current manager was just like, same thing. I gotta go talk to my higher ups, just like your full screen situation. But I can tell you now, it's probably gonna be the exact same result because it's mostly for the high-end partners and whatnot. And I was like, okay, I understand. I just would like you to do it anyway. And he's like, yeah, no problem. But here's the funny thing. While I was still with full screen, but all my friends that were getting out of their contracts, I was referring them to Screenwave. So, TJ, Matt, Awesome Face Prod, Giancarlo Paramango, Ultranick24, and a couple others, I was referring all of them to Screenwave. And I was giving them my manager's contact. And then that made its way up to corporate. Like, they already knew, like, oh, this manager has these channels because they were referred by insert channels here. So the owner of Screenwave responded to my manager and said, you know what? Because he's been helping us out so much by getting all these other partners with us, just give him the 90/10. Cool! So, yeah, I have one of the best contracts I possibly can on YouTube just because I liked what they were doing and I helped them out. So, I guess an unintentional moral to this story is you reap what you sow, you get out what you put in. So, the managers put in however much effort. I gave back as much effort to them that I thought they deserved for how they treated me. And then I was put even higher, so they were put even higher. It's just like a seesaw. We keep pushing each other higher and higher and higher. Okay, it's like a flying seesaw, because if it was just a seesaw, we both have, you know, ups and downs. So that's not a fair analogy, but you get what I mean. So this turned from, let's try really hard to beat Time Attack in 1 hour to, so this is how YouTube networks work. Which is so funny also because it's kind of weird that on YouTube, no one, like how I just told all that, I guarantee like 9 out of 10 of y'all had no idea about anything I just mentioned until you heard it from me either just now or back whenever I had mentioned something along these lines before. Whereas Twitch, if you know anything about Twitch, you know all about partnerships in general anyway. Like, y'all already know, as far as the revenue goes, we get 50% of all subscriptions, and we get 100% of all bits. That's it. That's all there is. Now, for the ad revenue, it's kind of wonky. because some people say that ads fluctuate, whereas back in the day, I feel like I don't have my current contract on me anymore from back then, but I think back when I first got partnered, it was just like Machinima, but it wasn't like $2, it was some other amount. But people are saying nowadays, like, oh, if that was the case, well, it changed now because it's like modern YouTube now where everything fluctuates. I'm like, okay, whatever. I mean, it don't bother me none because the ad rates on Twitch are not all that great. Like, ad rates in general are not all that great. So for anyone who watches YouTube or Twitch, like, obviously, it's not so much about the support in that sense. It's more of like, we appreciate you watching. We like you being there. We like the interaction. Like, it makes it fun. It makes it worth it. That's the kind of stuff we like up front. But as far as financial support, of course we would appreciate people not having ad block on, but one subscription on Twitch is worth more than, like, imagine if I had like 500 viewers right now and I ran an ad, I would probably still make more money from that one subscription than I would from the 500 viewers watching a single ad. Now, I might be exaggerating a little bit there. I'm not 100% sure because I don't know the exact revenue amount. But that's how, like, important it is for streamers that have, like, subscriptions or whatever. Our goals are almost strictly just for emotes. But, like, whoever subscribes, just know that you are helping a lot more financially than just watching. But for those of you that are just watching because you can't afford it or you just don't feel like paying or whatever, we don't care that you don't. We appreciate you being here. We just want to let the subscribers know, like, yo, you are helping us above and beyond what you really think. Like, however much you think you're helping, like, I know it's not a lot. Yes, it is. It really is. Don't underestimate yourselves. Like, especially when I do those bit locks, you guys go ham during those things, and I never expected it. At this point, like, it's not an expectation, but it's kind of a prediction. I'm like, well, people are going to claim their Pokemon nickname, so obviously people are going to cheer for that or whatnot. But then there's some people, like Don and Tink, who are like, you know what? We'll gift some subs to the people that can't subscribe because we also want to influence the game. We want to give you these perks. We want to either kill or revive your Pokemon, box or withdraw your Pokemon, etc., etc. So that kind of stuff, and people are like, wow, this is a really successful stream or whatnot. I'm like, it's more than you guys even realize. Yeah, Tank, I was just talking about how subscribers are more worth it than the subscribers believe they are. And you and Don do a lot of gift subs to the people that don't, well, I can not sub. That's why I brought your name up. Yeah, gift subbing is definitely one of the best features they ever added on Twitch. That and anonymous subscriptions and cheers, because some people want to financially support, but they really don't want to, like, have their name loud capped or shared or whatever. So the fact that they added the anonymous thing, some people actually do anonymously cheer or gift subs because they don't want to get called out. It's just like, I want to help out, but I'll do it discreetly. Oh, can you stop floating away? Kind of sad that most of these enemies die in one hit and I still can't beat this in time because they keep flying around so much. Come on. Alright, so I did kill, what was it, Blue Rhapsody, I think? I killed it before, I killed that thing. Thank you, Azure. Back? I do not know how that name is supposed to be pronounced. Aegir, I'm just gonna leave it at that, but thank you for following and welcome to Team Bond.
Heal.
Bitlock's the best thing to have happened. It is one of my more favorite things to do in general, because like I've already attempted a Nuzlocke before, but like the whole Bitlock thing, getting the chat involved and letting them control things, like instead of just me going, hey, I'm gonna nickname the Pokemon whatever I want, and I'm going to use whatever Pokemon I want, and then that's it. The fact that you guys manipulated and were like, oh no, I want you to use that Pokemon, especially because of the randomizers. One thing there's so many variations of the Bitlocks that we could do as well, like, oh, excuse me, hiccups. I want to finish the entire series with the completely randomized Bitlocks as is, okay? So, how everything's 100% random. The Pokemon are random, the moves are random, the evolutions are random, all that, okay? I also would like to redo the whole series when it's done, but do it in different ways. So, two ideas I have, they have themes. So you can make it to where every single route or every area has only one specific Pokemon type. So my friend Felicity, if you guys know Attack on Sylveon, she started doing a Nuzlocke like a little less than a month ago or whatever, and her first route was Dragon types. So like the only Pokemon she was encountering were Dratini, Dragonair, I want to say like not a Gabite. Yeah, actually no, it was Gabite. I was trying to think like what's the name of the second form, but yeah, Gibble's the first form. So like she had nothing but Dragon types on the first route. So I'm interested in doing something like that, where every route will have one specific type, and then that's it. One other one I'm interested in doing, what if I do a randomizer, but it's only randomized moves and randomized... Okay, this is very, very specific, but hear me out, okay? So, imagine I'm playing like... Okay, Fire Red and Leaf Green, for example. Let's say I'm playing Fire Red and Leaf Green, and the only Pokemon in the first route are Rattata and Pidgey. That's it. Now imagine the Pokemon in the field are not randomized, but their evolutions are, and the trainers' Pokemon are randomized. So that would add a little bit more of a challenge, where I only get the base Pokemon at first, and I have to work for their evolutions. Tier's not a fan because no wild Eevees, of course. But disregarding that one single upset, I love that idea, because I don't need Eevee or Eeveelutions to be happy. Sorry that I'm satisfied by so much more. I still find it crazy that for Platinum, when I went through the notepad, the evolutions were random, but Eevee could have evolved, I think, either into an... No, it was a Leafeon or a Flareon, I believe. Was it Jolteon? I know one of them was Leafeon. But, how all the Pokemon can evolve randomly, Eevee still could have evolved into two of its regular Eeveelutions, just in different ways than you're supposed to, which is kind of funny. Like, it could have evolved into Jolteon by level up, or Waterstone or something. But that's the problem I had. They didn't specify. They didn't specify which evolutions did what. You can play my mod of Pokemon. I don't think I want to because I feel like your mod of Pokemon would be literally nothing but Eevees. Eevees versus the world. Which I don't want to do. Like, isn't that literally what it is? You start off with all 6, well, not all 6, but you start off with 6 possible evolutions and you just roll through the game with it. Because that, I am not a fan. No? Well, I'm, color me, shocked, surprised, and confused all at the same time. What is your mod? Please enlighten me. Is it a possibility that we will do it in the future? Wouldn't that be an Eevee lock? Sure. Call it what you want. Wait, I kind of want to see if there is a trainer Nuzlocke. What do you mean a trainer Nuzlocke?
Nothing to it.
Like, I really don't know what you mean by that. I'm over halfway done with more than half the time, so hopefully I'm okay. I need to kill the ghost first. Okay. That was priority number 1. Get those out of the way. Come on. Wait. You start with Eevee, and it's the only Pokemon you can have, but the Eevee loses its evolution between battles and matches. Yeah, no. That's even worse than what I thought it was. Only being able to use Eevee. You are out of your mind. I can read your mind and you are not in it.
Nothing to it.
I don't care if you evolve and devolve as much as you like. Only using one Pokemon and it has to be the Eevee and Evolutions, I am not interested. At all. I like type coverage. I like full teams. I like variety. The only time I ever did something Evolution only was for Diamond and Pearl Wi-Fi gimmicks. And the whole point of the team was to baton pass.
No way. I can lose.
Yeah, it wouldn't be so big of a problem if I did a Let's Go Eevee only run. That would actually be a decent enough idea because it's got coverage. And it's got buff stats. Thank you. Let's see. Well, this is my way of thinking about it. More competitive battles, important trainers have 6 Pokemon. No using items in Pokemon. Wait, no using items in battle. Pokemon can have held items. Okay, if that's what you meant. Okay, I wouldn't call it a trainer Nuzlocke. I don't know what I would call it though. But yes, I 100% agree with that. As a matter of fact, whenever I randomize Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I am gonna make it to where it's teams of 6. Like, I do actually want that to be a thing. And Let's Go, your ace Pokemon can literally solo the game. You're not wrong. Like, can't Pikachu also learn Iron Tail by level up? Well, actually, no. You cannot solo the game, as in you have to catch at least one Pokemon. Because you have to catch a water or grass type to fight Brock. It's actually required. You have to do that. But as far as only playing with one Pokemon, yeah, sure, you can do that. If we're being technical and literal.
Come on. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the candy system is busted, but I wasn't even thinking about the candies. I was literally just thinking about the fact that you gain experience no matter what you do. Aside from the required catches, oh yeah, that's also true. You have to catch, and you have multiple Pokemon in your Pokedex just to enter, certain gyms. So if you can't enter those gyms without catching those Pokemon, you have to catch and raise some Pokemon to some extent. So, wait, you are given, how are you given Squirtle before Brock's gym? What? You're also given all the starters in general. It's just not at the same time as you normally would, though. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot more BitLock stuff in the near future. I already said earlier, I'm kind of at a crossroads where I don't know whether I want to start Heart Gold or if I want to do Ocarina of Time randomized first.
That's the power of the Keyblade.
Wait, did I skip something by accident? Tyr, what are you talking about? Like, are you saying that you got Squirtle before you fought Brock? Because that shouldn't even be possible. How? Who gives you a Squirtle besides the police officer in Vermilion? Like, I'm really lost. If you're given more than just one Squirtle,
Take that.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Willis. The lady before. Wait. Well, Tyr, you realize Brock is the first gym, right? You're not mixing up people. What lady before the first gym? Oh my god. That's why you're confused. Jeez, you're for some reason, I don't know how. Oh, that's right, because you only play Pokemon for TV. You thought Brock was the third gym leader. Lieutenant Surge is the third gym leader. Unless you're trolling the crap out of me right now. I am so at a loss at this point. No, he's the fourth. Okay, cool. So she's trolling. Okay. Got it.
Hey, having fun yet?
Man, all this time I thought she was being serious. Wait, you're actually confused. Tyr, how are you actually confused? I'm confused how you're confused. You realize actual order I'm not talking about being able to skip around between the 4th to 7th gym, because technically you can do Erica, Koga, Sabrina, and Blaine in any order. You actually can just skip around. But as far as progression, you had to play Brock, you have to play Misty, and then the only way you could have skipped Lieutenant Surge in other games is if you already had the HM for cut, because you can use the HM after you beat Brock, but you just don't get it until the SSN. So if you had traded with another game and that Pokemon had cut, then you could actually skip Lieutenant Surge. But before that, Brock, Misty, Surge in that order is like unskippable without glitches and hacks. And that's why I was worried about using Arcel this time. I hate that the time keeps going even though it's over. Tier? First of all, you said grass instead of, you know, Erica. You think the order is Misty, Erica, Brock, Surge? What? What? Actually, what? You've been playing these games for how long? That's not how you did them. That's not even possible. Can you skip Brock? Also, what cities are you even thinking of? Are you getting the gym leaders mixed up with cities as well? Because you even said that you thought Brock was the Vermilion City, the 3rd gym leader. Wondering why they swapped the order. How do you? What are you? Tier? What? You are actually driving me insane right now. What? This turned into all these different conversations, and now it's just, what is tier on? I never entered Brock's gym. The dude was missing. What are you? What do you mean he was missing? Dude who was supposed to stop me was out there. What are you talking about? Now, granted, I can accept the fact that if they don't have, that's the 8th gym tier. Is she thinking of Viridian? Is she thinking of Giovanni instead? There's no way. There's no way she's confusing Brock and Viridian. There's no way. There's no way she's confusing these characters that bad. How are you so obsessed with a single Pokemon that you don't even know the characters in the game? I did not have a water Pokemon, so I kept going on, but the dude was supposed to not let me go. Misty was not there. So if you refuse to catch Pokemon, the game doesn't load things? That's the only explanation I've got. no idea at this point. Also, I think I totally lost this again. I'm getting so unlucky with some of the Heartless. I still don't know how you got confused or broke your game or whatever. Yeah, there's no way I win this. Let's see, I only had my Eevee. See how far I can go without catching the game. Let me. Wow. So for being that adamant about only using Eevee, you actually just skipped things. That's crazy. This sucks. This sucks. That wasted like a whole 10 seconds. I'm just wondering if I can even make it to Rock Titan. I know I'm not going to win, but can I actually make it that far? I want to see how much time everything takes. I don't know, man. Alright, so how far can I get into this in 20 seconds? Come on, stay over here. Ah. Alright, so I got to the last phase in 20 seconds. So pretty much I need 3 minutes for the last 3 fights to be absolutely safe. Alright. If I can finish the first few matches in only 10 seconds each, I might be okay. I still hate that Blizzard doesn't kill everything in one hit. Like, I really thought it would. I could speed up the first set. Like, the more I get hit and the more the enemies just run around, the worse it gets. Oh boy. Already 3 seconds over what I want it to be. This is gonna be a long segment. I'm definitely going to bed right after this. Because it's after midnight. And I got work at 6. I did oversleep today, so yeah. This should be the longest part of Final Mix, though. Like, while everything else may be time-consuming, I don't think everything's gonna be time-consuming in and of themselves. Like, it's just gonna be a bunch of little things stacked up on each other, whereas this is just non-stop the same thing over and over and over again. Like, look, the time limit is 20 minutes, and the time stops as you transition between rounds. I just realized Goofy has the same shield. I never even gave him Herc's shield. So Donald has his best staff in the game. Goofy still has his starting thing. Oh, wow. Donald actually messed that up.
That's supposed to hurt. Just give up, it'll be easy.
If Donald would stop casting magic the second I'm getting by her to guard.
Is that supposed to hurt? Come on.
Yeah, our speeds things up a little bit. Another night like... Wait, when you say another night like this, do you mean another night where we stream till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning because things that shouldn't take that long are taking way too long? Because, nah, it's not going to be one of those nights. Hopefully this is the one. Hopefully. I'm definitely not going to 5 in the morning because 5 in the morning is when I got to wake up. So... I ain't about that life. If you think I'm going to stream all the way till I'm supposed to get ready for work and then go drive 30 minutes to work, work an 8-hour day, and then drive 30 minutes home on no sleep, whew, you got another thing coming. What stunned you? Yeah, if I can keep getting those combos, we'll be fine. This is one of the longest things. Now I wonder... Hold up.
Force. See ya. Force. Force. See ya. Force. Take that. Sit.
See, I keep getting told that I should be using gravity on this guy. And I think it's just because I didn't have Graviga that it was doing so little damage before.
Come on. Sit.
I need to stop falling off. Get around his big butt.
Sit.
Ow. He actually pulled off that attack. Move. Jump. My God. Move, Sora. Get him, get him, get him. Yes, thank you.
Heal.
Yeah, it's not too bad, Goofy. I just really wish I had remembered to give you any kind of more powerful shield so you can possibly be killing Heartless in one hit yourself. Yeah, I wonder how fast I can actually remake Super Mario Bros. 1 and Super Mario Bros. 2 Japan and Mario 2. If you actually have a guide, shouldn't take you more than a few hours. Super Coconut, thank you for following. Welcome to Team Bond. Nice name. Trying to remake Super Mario Bros. 2 US though, that's a little more obnoxious. Because it's really not the same at all. Like, yeah, you're gonna have to find substitutions and replacements and stuff, but Mario 1 and Lost Levels, depending on how long you're actually doing it, I feel like you should be able to do at least one a day. As far as one sitting, like number of hours, I have no idea. If you have a guide, I have all the levels as a spread out map of the Mario World. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it shouldn't take you too long to do that. Depending on, well, definitely in tablet mode because you'll be able to still use the touchscreen, I think. But as far as on screen, I don't know how fast or slow they're gonna make it with the Joy-Cons. sucked. I went for the greens, and then this happens.
Come on.
It's a lot of wasted time.
Come on.
Yeah, Mario Maker 2 is definitely going to be one of my quote-unquote main games. My dude out here looking like a snack. I know, I am pretty damn cute. Get over here. Like, seriously, the other day I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna trim down to a little scruff. And that's about it. And then when I did that, I was like, hey, I'm hot. What features do you think, what features do you think how they will have / add Mario and Luigi Maker 2? Wait. I'm gonna answer what I think you're trying to ask. Are you asking if I think they're gonna have any features based around the fact that Mario and Luigi seem to be available? I think co-op is gonna be a thing. Like, from the actual level maker and the cover and how everything looks, I think multiplayer is going to be a thing. And I think they might even make it to where you could play as 4 players on the 4-player games. But here's the problem with that. There are so many hard levels designed to be like single player, and you can't all do it perfectly. So I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go down. What I think should happen, like, I also want to make a video on this. This is one of the things I wanted to talk about and just make a whole video on YouTube about it. Because I could sit here and like write out my thoughts and talk about so much stuff, whereas while I'm streaming, I'm multitasking, I can't keep my thoughts straight. Mario and Luigi Maker 2 Portal Edition. But yeah, exactly. Precision jump Kaizo with 4 people is physically impossible. It's impossible with 2 people. If the shell's gone, it's gone. I mean, sure, they could have the bubble feature and all that, but that's my only problem with multiplayer is, like, I've been begging for it myself, but after thinking about it in practice, I don't think it'll work that well because people are trolls and make way too difficult levels. Ow. Come on, if I could just get out of the way, come in, get these attacks off, it would be so fine. Dang it. Get him, get him, get him. Jump. Jump, Sora. Thank you. But, like, that's another thing, though. Like, I was thinking about that, too, Tier. About, like, being able to select whether a level is for single or multiplayer. How would they determine like, I mean, sure, you can just set it to be like, oh, this is multiplayer friendly or whatever, but what if it's actually not? Like, I can't think of an exact example of where it would be a problem, but let's say you beat a level by yourself and it's completely beatable with one player, and then you set it as multiplayer accessible. Don't you think they would also have to beat the level multiplayer themselves for the upload process, just like everything else? That's where I start not knowing where to draw the line. They could just let you skip a report. I guess. AI. You beat it with AI following you when it steps behind like a ghost following it. Yeah, okay, no. A freaking AI beating the level with you. Nah. Nah. That ain't gonna work. I'm gonna just trust Nintendo and let's see what they do. But I will mention that in that video if I ever actually do it. Because I actually want to start using Bond of Games for more than just live reactions and discussions like I originally intended to. But when I first made the switch and changed all my stuff to Bond of Games, I was doing too much. And I had too many things to do and finish that it was just hard for me to like keep track of everything. Now that I'm actually done, like as of right now, at this very moment in time as I'm streaming this, the only thing I have to do is export the Kingdom Hearts 3 critical playthrough on the YouTube. That's it. Everything else has already been there and scheduled for like 2.5 weeks at this point. So all these comments, questions, and concerns where I feel like I can make a whole video about it, I might just start doing that. Literally just sit there and explain all my thoughts, throw some B-roll in the background. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. Spend a few hours working on a video, upload it, and then boom, we're done. Yeah, and I did just see that in chat, how someone's doing all the social media things. If you only need one specific thing, you can do that, but ! social is a thing. You can look at everything just like that. I miss Nightbot. Nightbot is no concern of yours. Stream Elements is perfectly fine. Again, the reason I switched to Stream Elements is because it's everything. Instead of having like Streamlabs and Nightbot and this other thing, like it's all Stream Elements. At this point, Nightbot is nostalgia. Sure, it could still do all the same things as Stream Elements, but the fact that I'm using other Stream Elements stuff, it's like I would like to have everything be in one place. Nightbot, who? Alright, we're not gonna be like, who's blah blah LPs, because blah blah LPs is dead and gone. But Nightbot, he's alive and well, but Nightbot is just a chatbot. He is not an overlay alert system as well. He doesn't keep track of subs, bits, and everything else. Ow. Nightbot will remember this. He sure will. He knows what he can and can't do. He's a grown bot. He's fine.
It's over.
This is it. This is it.
You don't back up.
Take that.
Now
Alright, can I actually get this? I would if I actually hit him. They keep knocking him away. Come on, Donald Goofy, stop. Thank you. There we go.
No way.
Here, wow. All right, here we go.
Take that. Come on.
No, no, no. Damn it. What? Did he touch me himself? And that counted? The longer he does that move, the longer it takes to beat this fight. It actually took me 1 minute and 20 seconds to beat this. And wow, everyone leveled up at once. Oh, I do need to update the social YouTube link. Or do I? No, that's right.
Come on.
Actually, wait. It's not supposed to have user in the name, right? I think that's the problem. Oh, wow. I thought it was over. Where? Who else? These little ghosts, man. Stop moving. Stop.
Nothing to it.
Yeah, let me look at this. I think that's the problem. Yeah. Okay, so I'll fix it later. Unless somebody who's a mod just wants to copy and paste it. Literally just copy and paste the social command. But on youtube.com/user/BONDofGAMES, get rid of the user part of the URL. That's literally it. youtube.com/BONDofGAMES still works. Oh, Tier's the only mod in chat right now. She's on mobile. Never mind. Yeah, I'll get it later. It's no big deal. It's very quick. Heck, I could probably do it in between transitions on levels. Can you stop going so high and moving? That awkward moment when all the mods are actually on mobile. They don't stop moving them away. I really wish I could just do time attack by myself. Because they actually hurt me more than help me sometimes. Come on, last few, last few. Yeah, thank you for coming right to me. Whew.
That's the power of the Keyblade.
Oh, you're normally on mobile, your computer's crap. Psst, fair enough. These ghosts are such a pain. At this point, I'm just going for them last.
That's the power of the Keyblade.
Hoping I can actually do enough. Alright, I don't know how much time I should have by the 10th seed.
Nothing to it.
Because this fight alone is probably going to take 1.5 minutes. I'm sorry, not this fight, the Hades fight. Come on, y'all move. go.
Heal. Oh yeah.
Alright. Each of these guys die in 2 hits if I can just hit them. Alright, that was quick.
Nothing to
If I can have at least 5 minutes, I feel like I might be okay. Like, when I'm done with Hades, I want to have at least 5 minutes on the clock. Stop moving. I swear if he goes on the ground. Really? How'd I dodge all that until then? Alright. 11 seed. Come on, can I beat him in a minute? Oh wow, really?
Feel the heat.
Maybe I actually should use Arse.
Hey, you having fun yet? That's it. That's it.
Alright, there you go. Goofy, you god.
Feel the heat.
Dog backwards is god. Yeah, I know. Think I am just jinxing myself. Like, hey, just don't go on the ground. Goes on the ground. Maybe I should use Arse, and then things go wrong. Stop going over my head if you're gonna shoot those.
That's it.
Dude, this is why time attack is so hard. They just run. Stop running. Come at me, bro. Yeah. Hey, let's hopefully I can beat this in a minute. A minute and a half later, he's invincible, waiting with a full bar and a half of health.
That's it.
Thank you. Get it, oh, come on! This is why time attack sucks. Invincibility.
Hey, you having fun yet?
No, I'm not having fun doing this for the 3rd time today. Tonight. Well, this is actually time attack, so this is the 4th time I've done it because I also did it on solo. Alright, come on. 4 minutes for 9 matches. Normally we only get 3. Jump over me. Dude, Sora runs so slow and everything just backs away at the exact speed that he runs almost. Was Combo Master not a thing in this game? Or do I just not have it equipped? Well, welcome back, Knight. Come on, 3.5 minutes for 7. Oh man, what a stealth sneak. Yeah, I gotta go for stealth sneak first because he's invincible for so long. Like, he just sits here at 1 HP forever. Switch target. Thank you. come on, come on. That's the thing, like I don't know if I have Combo Master or not, number one. Number two, I don't even know if it's in the game. Well, Knight, I try to call people by like whatever their username is or whatever they requested to be called as. So if your name is Infinity Knight, I'm not gonna call you Silent Phantom. Like whenever I changed my name and people kept calling me blah, I'm like, can you not? But blah was fun. Blah didn't care. Bond cares. And I told the story a million times, but like literally the reason I made my name blah blah 937211 was because I literally did not care what my username was. So I just put in blah blah and hit submit. That name's already taken. Here's some suggestions, and it just gave me a bunch of numbers. So I put blah blah 112793 because it was gonna be 11/27/93, my birthday. And then I turned around and was like, you know what? Never mind, because I don't want everyone to know that I'm some random weird 14-year-old on the internet. So I changed it to 937211 so that it would be half backwards and half reverse. So the 93 was regular, 27 was backwards as 72, and then 11 is the same backwards and forward. So I thought it was a clever play on numbers. So that's the only reason that was my username at first. And then eventually I was like, people can't even remember these freaking numbers. So I made a new name on a new channel, and I was like, well, I do Let's Play, so now I'm just going to change my name to Blah Blah LPs. And then I got way more popular on Blah Blah LPs than I ever did on Blah Blah 937211, and most people didn't even know that I had another channel. Like, my Blah Blah LPs was more popular than 937211, aka numbers, in 1 week after X and Y came out, and I had only been on the channel for maybe a year. I was on it for like 3 months, and then I went back to numbers. Not even 3 months, probably a month or two. And yeah, Tier, I know some people came from numbers, but most people found me when I was already Blah Blah LPs. That's what I'm saying. Also, I lost this again. Where'd he go? Really? Yeah, didn't even make it to the final round. Damn you. We lost. Wait, I did that glitch slash cheat. It happened on Hercules Cup time attack when you restart on Hercules, so I beat it 2 minutes. Oh, that's right, yeah, if you restart, the time stays wherever the time was, huh? Which is not a thing for anything else, it's only for Hercules for some reason. See this one random flap of hair So awkward. I do have Combo Master. Screw that. Screw that. Screw that. That might help me so much. I can actually put one back on. Okay. Also, what level am I at now? From 62... Time limit sucks. Dude, Combo Master might actually be the thing that saves me. Because if I'm not on cooldown between attacks and I just keep going and wailing on whatever I got, I might actually be alright. Yeah, that's so much better. Oh my god. No, I didn't give Goofy my high level shield. You know what? I'm just gonna quit right now. Come on. Yeah, I didn't even give him this shield. Yeah, no more attack boosting things. I mean... I just wondered the... Oh, well, never mind. I'm not going to worry about it if I'm lowering my AP. I was going to see if I can just get a little more strength to start one-shotting the large bodies. This is going to be a very random question, but because Tears mentioning blankets, it got me thinking about something. Does anyone know a specific place online? I mean, obviously I can find some on Amazon if I look really hard, but I want to find like a chroma key color. Like either a blanket, towel, sheet, literally anything that's a chroma key green, pure green, no design or anything on it, no brand name, no logo, literally just a sheet. So I can put it on my chair so it can literally just be me on the screen and not anything else. Because I know there's a few people like that. Like I might need to hit up Abdallah because I think he does that on his streams. Where he's got a whole, like, DX Racer, but the whole thing's hidden because he just throws a green, like, sheet over it. Like, I don't know what would actually be a soft enough sheet to just fall over the top without,
That's the power of the keyboard.
without being, like, thick, like this. The chair will be gone. No, I'll leave the chair when I go AFK. No, I won't, because I go on a do not disturb screen, but meh. This chair will be missed when that happens. Like, it's visually, it's just taking up space. You guys and your attachment to inanimate objects.
Just give up, it'll be easy. Take that! Power! Take that!
Yo, I beat Yuffie really fast because of that. Speaking of blankets, I have a Kingdom Hearts blanket, so warm and comfy. If it's big, thick, and soft, I bet so. I may have one of those. Interesting. Yeah, the Combo Master already made this so much better. Seriously, if it wasn't for EXP necklace, it would take me so much longer to also get to level 99. I used a green t-shirt back in the day. Yeah, TJ, I was actually looking for a green t-shirt in my closet. I don't actually have anything that's the proper green.
Nothing to it.
Yeah, I know I have one of those because we use it for photo background and Photoshop, whatever on it. Oh, okay, so it's... But it actually is like a sheet, right? Like a towel kind of thing. Not like a towel or a blanket. Not, again, soft and foldable and just like throw it around. However it falls, and not like thick and exact. Because if I can find an exact one on Amazon, if it's cheap enough, just to throw over the chair, just so it could be just me. Take up as little space as possible, that's what I want to go for. A bed sheet with pillowcases? Alright. I'm going to look up and see if I can find one like that then. Thank you, Jockster, for following. Welcome to Team Bond. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Come on, pick your head up. Go, Donald. Come on, stand up. Horn up. There we go. Seriously, if I could finish every 10 matches in less than 3 minutes, I'll have plenty of time. Get him one more. Ah, you suck. Cough, use Teespring and get a green t-shirt. I don't think it'd be good enough, though. I need it to be a little bigger than that. Oh, I could actually, yeah, what if I could just get a 5X? And just chroma key green shirt. That'd be funny. And then literally I could put the shirt on the chair. Wow, Blizzard doesn't even kill these guys. Wow. That's kind of sad. But when I say on the chair, I mean like I could take the shirt like it's on me and put it like over the top of the back. Yo, I'm actually gonna do that. TJ, you're a genius. I'm actually gonna look that up and see if I can find one that's good enough of that green, and just hope that it doesn't clash and mix up the two. Because that's my biggest fear with Chroma Key, is that if it picks up 2 different colors of green, how well will it Chroma Key? Like, will it only set to one or the other? Or, like, will one end up being, like, slightly messed up? Alright, good night, Tank. Hopefully I wake up in the morning. What, you think you're gonna sleep 10 to 14 hours? There we go. Get rid of you first. Okay. I think Chroma Key is slightly colorblind and see them as the same. I hope you're right. Because I get what you're saying, but I don't know. You know? Like, in theory, I think it should work exactly like that, but I'm not positive. Because even now, with this green screen, the way my light is set up, that's another thing. I need to get better light. But the way the light is set up, I actually had to readjust all my settings again because it was so off. I could see like little black streaks here and there, like over on the sides where there were shadows and you couldn't get light on the green screen itself. Dude, I like reverse engineered the lighting setup. My God, like there's two settings. There's the actual webcam settings and then there's the XSplit settings. So, fun fact. I'll even show you guys in a second. Because I think this is very interesting for anyone who like does any videos or streams or just like wants to see how this goes. All right, so while we're on a time pause, so I need to look at the exact number so I know to go right back to it. Okay, so I have it set on the number -30. Okay, if I go to -100. That's black and white. If you go to 100, it's like really saturated. Like that's the setting for this, okay? If I have it at 0, meaning there is no saturation change, this is how like orange I am. So all this time, I've had myself set to -30 to make it look more natural. But in order to do that, like, I had to make the color intensity for the saturation on the webcam itself really high so that all of the green screen was the exact same green. So, yes, the Trump filter. So I had to make all the color intensity high enough to do that with the white balance at the right amount, and then go back and make myself more black and white. So the color intensity for the green screen to be disappeared and the black and white to neutralize it balances it all out. But I have to go through 2 different sets of settings in order to make it look like this. And because of that, that is my fear for getting a slightly off color Chroma Key green. Because I don't think both XSplit and my webcam are colorblind. So, that is my point. As far as trying to get another, whatchamacallit? Another color green. However, because of TJ's little idea, I'm pretty sure I can just get a really large shirt off Teespring. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but if you get your own shirts off Teespring, at least for me, because I don't think it's exclusive to me, but let's just say I don't pay shipping when I buy directly off of Teespring. There's no tax and there's no shipping on my orders. So when I order any kind of basic shirt by myself without the page and I actually do it through Teespring itself rather than my store or whatever, I can get a shirt for like 11 bucks, 12 bucks. And I think like a 5XL would just be, you know, a little more. like a few more dollars. So if I can just spend $15 on a big giant green shirt to throw over the back of my chair, I'm gonna do it. Start looking all pro. $15 is painless. Ooh, I actually got a tech off of him. I think that was the fastest I ever beat Cerberus. Combo Master's really pulling through. John's gonna be sitting on air. Yeah.
Nothing to it.
That's 6 subs payment. That's an hour and a half sitting in a security shack. John is the avatar. Dude, I would love to be the avatar. Speaking of Avatar, yo, can we get a freaking Avatar live action series from the Russo brothers? Please? I did not realize how much I wanted that until those two thought processes just collided. I can't even talk. I'm so excited at the thought of that. The M. Night one is really good. TJ, get out of my face. Just leave. Bad TJ. Sneak yourself into the corner. And the sad part is they set that up like they were going to do the second book too. It's just like, please, no. I knew someone was going to make the joke, but I didn't think it was going to be Tyr. Who wouldn't want to be a blue alien who flies with dinosaurs? Speaking of which, where's Endgame in sales now? Because I know it passed Titanic, and now Endgame is the second highest grossing movie of all time. How far away is it from Avatar, and do we think that it can actually still happen? I want Endgame to be the #1 movie so bad. Because if it does get it, it's going to hold on to that for a while. In another universe, Avatar live action would have been the best movie. You're not wrong. Wait, what? I hope the next Kingdom Hearts game is about Kyrie and the one after a remake of the mobile phone game. First of all, the mobile phone game is literally just a time killer. There's, like, as far as actual plot, there's not much to it. Second of all, if they make a game about just Kyrie, what is it even gonna be? And then third, at the end of the day, Kingdom Hearts is Sora's story, so it's all gonna connect to him either way. And the game is at 2.3 billion? Okay. Because the last I had seen a couple days ago was at 2.1 billion. So dude, in like 2 weeks, it might actually get it. Because obviously it made a bulk of its sales in the first 2 weeks, but what if it actually makes enough in like the next coming weeks or a month? Freaking building a raft. But it's just telling Sora and Riku to do everything? Bruh. Like, I just don't see a game where Kyrie is the main character. I don't see it. Especially if they make her good enough to be a playable protagonist. You realize how much worse it'll be like, Oh, so I guess you're just gonna try to disregard Kingdom Hearts 3 like it never happened, huh? Literally did one battle against a puppet that is a copy of like her and Sora fused. All right, Leon, let's go.
Get this.
This is it. This is it.
Come on, if I can keep slide dashing into him, we'll be fine.
Take that.
It's over.
Here we go. Come on. Oh, you suck. Why'd you go into that phase? I was still hitting you, you punk. I'm just spamming attacks at this point.
No way.
Ooh, I got him, I got him, I got him. Yes! Oh my god, I beat him before he went into his freaking berserk face. Now, okay, I'm not against Kairi helping save Sora, but just being the main character is the only thing. Because, like, they've set her up to fail time and time again. I don't think there's any redeeming her unless it's extremely forced and doesn't make sense. Also, let's see. I'd give it a month before Endgame will be #1. I agree, but I feel like it could be 2 weeks, but a month is like more realistic. Guessing like exactly when it's gonna be. All I know is it better happen, dude. If it doesn't happen like after a month, I feel like a lot of people would actually band together and just go see it again. Like just. Dude, the internet, just imagine if the Russo brothers just straight up came out and said, yo, guys, we're only $250 million away. If the X amount of people go see it again, it wins. People will do it. People will probably do it. And I'm curious about something. When it comes to ticket sales, I don't know if you guys know this because I only just recently found out about it myself. So, like for the AMC Palace chain of movie theaters at least, and there's other ones of course, but like there's like 3 different memberships. Like there's a premium, an all-stars access or something, and like A-list or whatever, and then something else. There's 3 different tiers. I didn't know that if you get like the ultimate package and you become like an A-rank member or whatever, or A-list member, you can actually get movie tickets for free. But here's the deal though. But think of it this way, okay? A normal ticket on like a weekend, for example, would be about $8 to $12 depending on the movie, right? But this A-list thing is freaking $20 a month, and you can watch 3 movies a week for free. It pays for itself after 2 movies. You can get 3 a week. That's 12 movies a month. And on top of that, like if you get like a large bucket of popcorn or whatever, you can then refill that bucket. You only get 1 refill, but I mean, dude, to watch 2 movies in a day, like literally just walk in, get popcorn, watch a movie, done. And you're like, you know what? I want some more popcorn. Hey, fill me up again. And then you go watch the second movie. So, dude, I am so tempted to do that It's just, I'm wondering, like, how many movies are there really gonna be? But then I stop and think, yo, Detective Pikachu just came out. Next month is Spider-Man Far From Home. They've also got Lion King. They've also got Aladdin. Who knows whatever other movies they're gonna have. I'm so tempted to do this. And at the very least, I could just go, hey, how many movies do I want to see this month? Okay, I'll become a member for 1 month. You spend $20 there, and then you end up saving money on going to the movies. So I'm very tempted to do that. Oh, wait, is Dumbo still in theaters? I thought I missed it. How long is Dumbo still in theaters? Do you have any idea? Because I was actually interested in, I wasn't like as interested in Dumbo as I was Aladdin and Lion King, but like I do want to see Dumbo. How long do I have? Is basically what I'm getting at. Oops. Do they even have a listing for that? Like, do they even say when movies are gonna not be in theaters anymore? Or do they just pull them? Oh, wait, really? It's only been a month? I felt like it's been longer than that. Like, I started seeing the flyers for it whenever I went to go see Captain Marvel. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing. Wait, what about guests? Wait, hold on. Just to be clear, when you say guests, you mean like anyone going with you to the movies, or is there actually a movie called Guests? Because I've never heard of such movie. If that's what you mean.
That's it.
Alright, so people that come with you? Okay. So it doesn't apply to them, but if you, let's say you bring 2 people with you, as long as you're the one paying, so like if they give you the money and you buy it for them, obviously, yes, it does count for them. So if like 2 people buy 2 large popcorns, but you just let one person be the one to pay for the popcorns, that's 2 popcorn refills. So yeah, it's very beneficial. Now the problem though, as far as actually like attending X amount of movies though for free, that is per ticket. So if you have 2 guests, you can each see 1 movie a week for free. Like if you just go, hey, I got it, like I'll use my membership, the 2 of them can go see that 1 movie with you, and then you watch another movie the second week, and another movie the next week, and next week, and the next week. If I actually had enough local people to just go, yo, well, not even enough, like literally just, if I had 2 friends that were just like, hey, you guys are avid moviegoers, y'all want to split this, and literally just like, even each of us pay $7 to get 1 free movie a month? I'd do it. I wish they had like a family plan though. That'd actually be really cool. Dude, imagine if they had the same deal, but for like, for up to 5 family members, for it to be like $50 a month instead of $20 per person. It's $50 for 5. So in reality, it's $10 per person to see 3 movies a week. That'd be insane. They lose hella money, but that'd be amazing. Actually, no. What if they would actually make more money because there are people that just don't go to the movies because they don't want to spend that much? So they actually would profit more Well, actually, then again, I think they typically do sell out of the bigger stuff. Actually, no, that's completely false. Yeah, they would make more money by doing that, I think. I could be wrong, but I feel like they actually could. Maybe limited priority? Nah, because if you're paying for the membership, then if you didn't get the free tickets, you'd be kind of pissed. So, yeah, never mind. Maybe that same deal, but, you know, a little cheaper. Like instead of 1 for 20, maybe 5 for 75? That'd be 15 a person. Yeah, 2019 is just out here trying to make me go, you know what? I already said screw TV, but now you're going to make me be like, you know what? Screw YouTube and Twitch. Let me just go watch movies. That's going to be my entertainment. Like once a week, I'm just going to get out and go watch a movie. A $20 a month membership. Just drop Netflix for a couple months. I'll live. Just make it a little cheaper. Actually, yo, I actually have YouTube Premium. I can just drop YouTube Premium. I can just get rid of YouTube Premium. And it's almost like as far as transferring my subscriptions, it just feels like I'm actually only spending $10 on it. Yo, I might actually do this. I might cancel my YouTube Premium subscription and just do that movie thing. One thing I do have right now, though, as a basic premium member, we get movie discounts on Tuesday. So tickets on Tuesday only cost $5 rather than, you know, 10 to 15 or however much it actually costs. I know I said 8 to 12 earlier, but I think that's an average. So I might actually go watch Detective Pikachu on a Tuesday morning just to say like, hey, let me go watch this by myself when the theater's practically empty and the whole thing only cost me like 12 bucks between that and popcorn, whatever. Come on, you guys. Gotta love Combo Master. It's helping so much. I actually killed one of them before the rest even spawned. Dude, Combo Master is a godsend. Wait a minute. Just by having Combo Master, I have over 4 minutes left. Compared to before, I couldn't even make it to Rock Titan. I mean, I know I sped up a couple of things, but I really didn't get that many strength bonuses, if any. Well, this just got really easy. Look how much time I'm gonna have left over. Oh my god. 3:43 on the clock on the last hit. 3:38 after it was faded out. Okay, 3:37, 93, whatever. Save the king. Cool. Yo! Why did I not have Combo Master on all this time? I must have taken it off for something else and just completely forgot about it. Look at that freaking health bar, my lord. I didn't even notice that until just now. I just like rotate to the side a little bit. It's like, oh. Unless I just got that. And Goofy Shield. Yeah, I guess Goofy Shield helped a little bit. Not on the extreme that Combo Master helped, but... yeah, I still don't have any more AP to do anything else. I can give you a second chance now. I'm not going to worry about evolution. I don't like that ability. But how much does Save the King get? Oh, just one more. Oh, and it raises your MP by 2. That's really good. All right. Also, it just hit me. I didn't get a trophy for that, so I actually don't know if I had to do that or if it doesn't count yet because I haven't done all the bosses yet, because I still got to do Ice Titan and Sephiroth. And I'm at level 75 now. Getting to level 99 should not be that hard if I just keep grinding in the Coliseum. Plus, I still got to grind for synthesis material, so I might just get it along the way.